What do I say to you, to anyone who might say, how can I trust churches? How can I trust pastors? How can I trust the ministry? I would say this. You should expect that. Let me give you a simple principle. People don't counterfeit brown paper and sticks. They counterfeit money. They counterfeit diamonds. They counterfeit jewelry. Why? Because you counterfeit something that's real and valuable. That's how you deceive people. So are we surprised that there are counterfeit pastors? Are we surprised that there are counterfeit mission leaders? No. We shouldn't be surprised that the Bible warns us that Satan will sow false believers and false leaders right in the church with the wheat. The tares will be there as well, and we may not even be able to tell the difference always. We get it, because the most precious reality in the world is the gospel, the Word of God, the church, the truth. Satan doesn't just attack it, he counterfeits it. That's why the Apostle Paul said that he and his aides, his demonic aides and human aides, are ministers of deception. Satan's very religious. Satan masks in Christianity. So the fact that there are false teachers and false preachers is evidence of the truth of the real thing. Let me say it another way. There are not a lot of false Mormons. There are not a lot of false Catholics. I don't know if I ever heard about a false Buddhist, because nobody counterfeits that, because it's not real. But the truth will always be counterfeited. And it calls on us to be grateful when we have the real thing and faithful leaders and pastors, and it calls on us to exercise discernment as well. And that's why we teach you the Word of God, so that you can discern the real from the false. And we have a responsibility as pastors to warn the flock of God. That's what Paul said in Ephesians, or rather to the Ephesian elders in Acts 20. He met with them and he warned them that false teachers would be around and inside the church. And they needed to be able to discern that by their knowledge of the Word of God. So again, the counterfeit is evidence of the real thing. We're so thankful for the knowledge of the Word of God in our church through so many faithful teachers and faithful lives that has enabled us to be able to recognize the real thing when we see it.